So here's a piece of news that recently dropped that normally I would skip, but there's something written in between the lines here that could potentially lead to future product in relation to Transformers. Now, we talked about this for a couple weeks now. We saw the early leaked images of it. We saw the in-hand images of it. We broke it down on multiple streams. The Transformers Generation Selects deep cover figure, the Deluxe class, has officially been announced by Hasbro and is up for pre-orders on the Hasbro Pulse website. Now, what's going on here? Why are we breaking down this even though we've talked about this to death at this point? Well, in the description by Hasbro Pulse, there's two little lines in there that leads to potential future product in relation to this Siege repaint. Let's get into that. So in the actual description itself, you have the whole thing about how, yeah, this is, Generation Selects, fan collectible figures. It's the deep cover figure. It comes with 2 accessories and instructions. They talk about the past of the figure and its history based on the 2003 eHobby Collector's Edition. And then they get to this interesting line. This special edition WFC GS23 deep cover figure is one of 2 different versions that will be our first US releases of the character. Now, what do they mean by that? Do they mean there's going to be 2 different versions of deep cover that'll be available? Considering that this is a character that really has, he has the one version. He has the one design. In all his history of Transformers, he's had the one toy up to that point. And this Generation Selects one is doing an incredible job of matching that one toy. You take the limited decos that were available on the original eHobby one, which was taking the 1984 Sideswipe mold and giving it that color scheme. They matched everything. They had the Autobot logo on the chest, the 2 little red decos on his knees, the headlights were decoed in, the police emblem on both the sides and on the front of the car. Everything is present there. So what would a separate different version would be doesn't make any sense to me in any ways. The only thing that I could come up with that would make sense is what they're referring to is who Deep Cover originally shipped with back in 2003. eHobby 2003 Deep Cover came in a set with another Transformer, another Generation 1 repaint. 1985 Red Alert repainted into the brand new character by eHobby in 2003 of Clampdown. And Clampdown, unlike his brother here of Deep Cover, actually did get even a Masterpiece release using, no surprise, that Red Alert Masterpiece mold back in 2015. So Clampdown is a potential thing that could happen here. They could take the Siege Red Alert, just like how we have already the Siege Deep Cover coming from the Siege Sideswipe. They could take the Siege Red Alert, give it that more policey kind of color scheme, very similar to that of, let's say, a Generation 1 Prowl. And now you got deep cover. And I think that that's what they're probably going to be more leaning on. Give him his gun, give him his missile launcher, and you're good to go. That's what I think. I mean, there's really nowhere else they could really go with that. I mean, 2 different versions. What different like the only other thing I could think of is if they never gave us a G2 Sideswipe, then I could kind of see a G2 Sideswipe from this. Take the blues, make it red. You're halfway there. You really are. But there's something really bizarre in that statement that I think maybe they're misinformed. Maybe the way they worded it was wrong. But it clearly is suggesting and indicating we're probably going to get a Clampdown at some point. And if we do get a Clampdown, then we finally, in a lot of ways, finish all of those Lamborghini designs. Because we got the Tiger Track, we got the deep cover now, we got the Sideswipe, we got the Red Alert. I mean, I'm just turning my head looking at my eHobby collection. There really isn't anything else. There really isn't anything else. You G2 colors, you're only pulling so much at that point from that one Siege mold. And they did the exact same thing with Masterpiece with the Shogo Hasui mold with the MP12 Lambor back in the day. So this is fascinating. Again, nothing's confirmed here, but it definitely tells us that something is coming in the near future that isn't just what we see here. So the pre-order is available now. Apparently they're going to be shipping out March 1st, 2021. So keep an eye out for that. And we'll see what happens. Potentially we will get deep cover. We'll probably get some kind of version of that character, hopefully, and finish off the Lamborghini collection of Generation 1 characters from 1984 up into 2013. Cool stuff. Let me know what you think. Who should be next at this point? I mean, now that we've seen this, who is the next one? Some people have been saying, let's get that brown eHobby Hound repaint. Let's get, some other like crazy stuff. We still even haven't, in a lot of ways, we haven't had our Sunstorm done in the more traditional, original Earthrise Starscream. So there's a lot of still stuff that is, left on the table that we haven't gotten yet that could happen for a some kind of future Hasbro Pulse thing. And that more orangey yellow Sunstorm done with that Earthrise Starscream, it's money. It's easy money on the table. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. And it's another eHobby throwback. So who knows what'll be next. But it's definitely going to be the obscure. It's definitely going to be the interesting. And it'll definitely sell well. So let me know what you think. And hopefully we'll get some more information as time progresses from Hasbro this week.